Hello everyone and Assalamu alaikum. This is Introduction to Psychology Part 2 by Dear Knowledge. Okay, so in this video we'll be learning about Chapter 3, Learning Lesson 2, Part 4. And if you've missed any of the previous lectures, I've provided all the links in the description section. And if you want to start the Introduction to Psychology Part 1, so I've also compiled all the lectures in a proper sequence in a separate playlist for your ease, so you don't have to wander here and there. And I've also provided the links in the description section as well. And I've also provided the description, the link of the Introduction to Psychology Part 2 playlist in the description section as well. So go ahead, click on that link and watch that video. In this video, we'll be learning about the stimuli or the stimulus control. If I have to give it a caption, this is going to be slow down its cops. And why did I use this caption? We will be discussing this in detail in this video. So in this video you will learn how do operant stimuli control behavior. In the beginning of the discussion of operant conditioning, it is stated that there are stimuli associated with learning voluntary behavior, even though it's the consequences of that behavior that create the learning process, and these stimuli act as cues in the environment. There is a term that is called discriminative stimuli, and I would say this is the answer of how do operant stimuli control behavior. This is because of one of the term is the discriminative stimuli. Discriminative stimuli, as we have discussed before in our previous lectures, a discriminative stimulus is an stimulus that provides an organism with a cue for making a certain response in order to obtain response. For example, a stop sign is cue for stopping, which is usually followed by negative reinforcement. Like, people don't get a ticket or don't get hit by any other vehicle, and that's the reason they stop at the stop sign. And a doorknob is a cue for where to grab the door in order to successfully open it. And in fact, if a door has a knob, people will always turn it, but if it has a handle, people usually push it, right? So the two kinds of opening devices each bring forth a different response from people, and their reward is opening the door. So other examples of discriminative stimuli are all around us. What do you do when you're out driving and you see a vehicle with flashing lights in the rear view mirror? You slow down. Yes, you slow down and hope the officer is after someone else. And the point that you slow down, and you do that anytime you see a vehicle that might be a police car or a heavy patrol car. And people are so well conditioned to respond to the sight of a patrol car by slowing down, that the Tennessee Highway Patrol once put empty petrol cars in the highway, rather large medians on the interstates, and successfully slowing down holiday traffic while conserving labor. And this is what I would try to say. This is how operant conditioning or operant stimuli control behavior. And what would you suggest in this topic, and what's your opinion in this regard? And I would like to hear from you as well. So this is all about today's video. I try to make it as simple and short as possible. And if your concept is clear, you can like the video, and you can also subscribe to our channel. If you're new to our channel, click on the bell icon so you will never ever miss any notification. You can also share the link of this video, the link of this channel, with your family members and friends. And you can also share your examples and your opinion in the comment section as well, and we'll be happy to know that. Till then, Allah Hafiz.